At noon, after settling the issue with the dealer, Dustin returned to Peaceful Medical Center. However, as soon as he walked in, he realized that there was an additional person there, an 18-year-old girl with a sweet face. Her hair was tied in a ponytail, and she was dressed casually. She was cleaning the medical center, and sweat poured down her face from how hard she was working. Meanwhile, Gregory was passed out on a recliner, snoring in his sleep. He was covered in a blanket, which was rare. "Mr. Rhys, you're back?" When the girl saw Dustin, she immediately stood up straight and greeted him, looking nervous. "Who are you?" Dustin found the situation rather strange. "I am Caitlin Lawler. Ms. Harmon sent me here to take care of Mr. Jones." The girl replied, nodding her head in greeting. "Are you of age?" Dustin was a little taken aback. He thought Natasha was going to send a middle-aged housekeeper, not a young teenager. "I am. I'm already 18 years old." Caitlin nodded her head fervently. "Miss, I still think you're too young. At your age, you should be in school." Dustin shook his head. It was just a casual statement, but after Caitlin heard it, she actually fell straight to her knees. "Mr. Rhys, I'm begging you to not fire me. I'm very capable. I can do laundry, cook, and clean. No matter how tiring or tedious the task may be. I'm willing to do it. Don't be fooled by my thin figure, I'm actually very strong. Not to mention, I eat very little, so I definitely won't be a burden to you." Dustin was stunned by the sudden outburst. She was fine earlier, so why was she on her knees right now? "Mr. Rhys, I'm begging you. If I do anything poorly, you can scold me and hit me as you wish. I can take anything. So please, don't fire me." As she spoke, she smacked her head on the floor over and over again. After a few harsh knocks, her forehead began to bleed as her skin scraped the hard floor. "Foolish girl, what are you doing?" Dustin was shocked at the scene before him. He immediately helped her up and comforted her. "I wasn't trying to fire you, I was just worried that the work would be too hard on you." "It's not hard at all." Caitlin shook her head profusely. With teary eyes, she said, "It would be the blessing of a lifetime to be able to serve you and Mr. Jones. I'm not afraid of hard work. If you don't mind, Mr. Rhys, then I am willing to become your laborer." "Caitlin, is there something that you're too embarrassed to share?" Dustin tried asking. "Nothing of that sort. It's completely voluntary on my part." Caitlin explained hastily. "I was orphaned when I was young. It was Ms. Harmon who saved me and helped me survive this long. I dare not ask for too much, all I want is to be able to repay Ms. Harmon. I'm very stupid, I don't know anything but hard labor. I hope you won't detest me for it, Mr. Rhys." Seeing the person in front of him look so terrified and pitiful, Dustin let out a sigh. He couldn't help but feel pity for her. She was at the peak of her youth and knew how to tug on people's heartstrings. "Caitlin, since you want to stay, then stay," Dustin responded in a gentle voice. "Thank you, Mr. Rhys. Thank you." Caitlin got on her knees and began bowing again, knocking her head on the floor once more. Dustin instantly pulled her to her feet. Feigning sternness, he warned. "Caitlin, you may stay, but we must set some rules. From today onward, you're not allowed to kneel before anyone." "Okay, I'll remember that." Caitlin promised cheerfully. "From today onward, you belong to the Peaceful Medical Center. If anyone dares bully you, you just have to tell me." Dustin said, smiling softly. "Okay." "All right. Go get some rest, you don't need to work now." "Okay." Caitlin nodded again. Despite agreeing, she still didn't dare remain idle and continued to wipe the tables and clean up the medical center instead. Dustin felt helpless, but he didn't stop her.